that, Sarge?
Eggs and one duck.
Where were they?
I found. No one thing. Hello.
Hello.
I got eggs.
You got eggs?
Yeah. Yes, I know that. I saw them.
Thank you.
This is egg somewhere.
It is an egg, yeah.
So it broke in.
Paul wants to mulch the fruit trees with the food scraps, some newspaper and some spent hay.
Maybe good even. That.
This is the orchard that came with the farm. We've got some quinces here. I think this is a pear tree which hasn't fruited yet. Oh, look at this apple tree. And I think this is a nectarine or a plum. I think it's looking more like a plum at the moment. But at the moment we're just trying to retrofit it. It's really poor soil here. Take you over here and show you the soil. It is silty and it is clay as well. And it's full of bracken. It's just been mowed, but you can still see a few bracken standing. These are a weed, and they indicate a nitrogen deficiency. But what we have done is we've put in mini swales for now, because we don't have a heap of time to be spending in here, because we've got so many other projects on the go that are equally as important. So we put mini swales in and we'll make them bigger as the years go on. But in the swales I planted potatoes, which are doing really well. And over here on the berm, I planted sweet potatoes. So hopefully they do well too. The great thing about these is that they're nice and warm. And we've been getting nice weather, but the soil's nice and warm. Another one here and here, and another one up there and above it. So we've got 5 sweet potatoes in, and we've got a few potatoes along. You can't really see them because of the bracken, but they are there. We've planted a heap of clover in here for nitrogen as well. We've got a heap of comfrey to mine up minerals. And I think there's some nasturtium and some pigeon peas in here. So we're just basically trying to retrofit it as much as possible. There was black plastic down in here. It's just really unhealthy. So we do want to mulch the entire thing, but the thing is we don't have enough organic matter. So what we're doing is we're using the veggie scraps, so the leaves that we get in the bins, lettuce and cabbage and so forth, to put around the trees. And then Paul's going to cover that in newspaper. A friend brings us up boxes and boxes of newspaper, which is really helpful and handy for us. And then we're going to mulch it with straw. We've got some Russian straw that was left here that we've been using on the gardens. Look at these beautiful chestnut trees. We've got 30 of them here, and they should start producing fruit, or have fruit ready to harvest, or nuts I should say. They should have nuts ready to harvest in around April to May. So we don't really eat chestnuts, but they're already planted here, and hopefully the cockies don't eat them all. But we're thinking that we might be able to dry them and turn them into flour, so we can be self-sufficient in that aspect too. It will take some getting used to, and it will take some experimenting, It's a resource that was left here, so why not take advantage of it? So I'm looking forward to having a play with that and learning some new things in the kitchen. We've had a chill afternoon. One of Paul's old schoolmates, his brother's come down from WA and popped over to say hi, which was nice. Now it's 5 in the evening and we are going to check the beehive, which I'm super excited about. According to the beekeeper that we bought these off, he said that we should have honey around Christmas time. So we'll check. We've only got one super on there, so we'll check the super and hopefully it's full, and then we'll harvest it without a spinner, an extractor, or whatever you call them. I think there's a few names for them. So that will be an adventure and a learning curve, because we've never done this before. So we'll take you along for the journey. Hopefully we can take a few frames out of the hive and have honey for us. But first I need to light the fire in the smoker. This makes the bees really docile and less aggressive. It just calms them down a bit. So I'm going to light the fire. You don't want the smoke to be too hot. You want it to be just warm, otherwise you're going to aggravate the bees. And angry bees mean bee stings and bee fatality. So you want it to be cold to touch, and that means it's a bee friendly temperature. No, there's nothing. What are you suckers been doing?
Oh goodness, tiny little bit of comb there.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was expecting 30 kilos of honey, guys. Can you just move it a bit? I want to look in. There's a little bit of hive down the bottom. It's just the way they build it. They're not perfectionists.
No, it's warped. Like, see the...
No, they're built out. Ah. Maybe it melted. That's really sad. Wow, they've joined those hives together, the frames. Just going to check one of these frames and see what's happening. These are nice and full. They're all capped off. Oh no, they're not even capped off. Down here it's not even capped off.
And heavy.
Oh, you should see the honey in there. You can see it glistening. Let's see how close I can get. How cool is that?
Can't see a queen.
I have no idea what a queen looks like. Looks like they're drinking the honey, babe.
It does. Bee activities.
There's lots of bees in there. I reckon you should put it back because it looks like they're all starting to feed.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's dripping.
I want it! In my mouth.
Can't see any egg. Tiny little bit there.
Yeah, I can hear. I can see babies. Really?
It's a long day, we need to shoot.
Well, that was incredibly disappointing. We had expected to get at least 20 kilos of honey out of there. I'm not sure why. There's plenty of food here for them. So whether they couldn't get through the queen excluder, I highly doubt it because there were maybe 50 in there. Or whether the bottom hives weren't full, but we had taken good word from our beekeeper that they were full to the top with honey for them to get them through winter, and that they were ready to start making honey for us, or honey in the super. So not really sure. If you have any idea what we've done wrong with our bees. Ah! Stings. Oh. So if you have any idea what we did wrong, was it the queen excluder? Was it something else? I don't know. Any advice? Welcome to leave it in the comments below.